Steve LaCroix. I'm one of the Malarkey reps here in Minnesota, and I wanted to go over a newer product that we introduced about 3 years ago that we're really proud of. It's our Secure Start Permeable Synthetic Underlayment. This is a breathable, permeable synthetic. And why is that important? In the roofing industry, ventilation or lack of ventilation is definitely an issue that is starting to become more and more of a problem, particularly as we're seeing more and more homes that are airtight, with the codes nowadays, with your Tyvek and taping. And back in the day, back in the early 1900s, when they would build a house, they really didn't even know what ventilation was. And they were able to get away with that because those homes were inherently drafty on their own.
They had airflow.
They had airflow, just kind of by accident. Right?
Yeah.
So you didn't really see the ice dams and the things of that nature as much because that home was breathing.
Yeah.
And then kind of early to mid 90s when Tyvek started to kind of come a thing.
Yeah, part of our code.
Yeah, we started having more and more issues with mold and ice dams and things of that nature.
Kind of moisture getting trapped there.
Exactly, and as a former contractor, I was a roofer and a sider for 24 years before I became the Malarkey rep. I can think of at least 20 roofs where if I would have had a product like this, it really would have saved my bacon. Where we came in, this particular house was built in like 1902, it's in Minneapolis. They didn't even have soffits, they didn't really have any intake to speak of. And we came in there and we tore everything off and we put everything back exactly the same because they'd never had an issue in the past.
Yep.
And lo and behold, 9 months later, I get a phone call from this homeowner, hey, my roof is leaking, which is a phone call that no contractor ever wants to get, right?
You never want to hear that. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, we go out and we realize it's not leaking, it's condensing, and the issue is we tore off tar paper, which is permeable and will breathe, and we replaced it with synthetic underlayment, which has zero permeability, zero breathability, and now we have a problem. Now we don't have any air moving. So Malarkey recognized kind of a gap in the market for a product out there that could make a difference in that. I know one of our competitors did release a synthetic that was breathable, a few years back, sitting at about a 15 perm rating.
Yeah.
This particular product, the Secure Start Permeable, is actually closer to 50.
Wow, that's huge.
So it's almost 3 times as breathable, as permeable as anything else on the market today.
That's huge. So Steve, let me just ask you quick, man. If there's a homeowner out there kind of, they having these ice dam issues and they're having, some moisture issues, is this a product that you're saying, hey, if I'm the contractor to do this job, is this a non-negotiable product on certain situations? Say, hey, me, Steve, doing your work as your contractor, for me to put my name on it and to, stamp this job, I have to use this product here. Is that something, and that'll be a non-negotiable in certain situations for you?
Absolutely. If I was a contractor again, and I went into a project knowing, hey, ventilation is going to be an issue, or maybe it is a hot roof, I think you would really be doing yourself and your company a disservice by ignoring something like this. I mean, it is a 5 square roll, not a 10 square roll like a standard, synthetic underlayment would be. Roughly the same cost, but you're only getting half the coverage. So it's about twice as much money to use it. And it's not something that I would probably recommend to do on every roof because of the cost.
Yeah.
But in a situation like we're talking about, there's a very, very good chance that it's going to take care of the issue with a heck of a lot less headaches and overall less money involved than it would take to really dive into why is this roof getting the ice dams, things of that nature.
Addressing the issue, right?
Addressing the issue, right?
So you guys at Malarkey, pretty much, you guys saw an issue, and you guys came up with the solution to that issue. And like you said, it doesn't make sense in every project, but for those projects it makes sense. It's a no-brainer, right?
I would certainly never neglect looking at the root cause of the problem, which would be ventilation. But I would start with this.
In addition to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At least start with this. I think a lot of times, especially in like the circumstances that I'm talking about with some of the roofs that I had done over the years, you know, if they've never had a problem with an ice dam, they've never had things of that nature, and you tear off tar paper, right away you should be telling yourself, this will take care of it.
This will take
right?
care of it. Yep.
They've never had that problem anyway. There's no reason to believe that it's going to suddenly rear its ugly head. Yeah. So I would certainly start with this, and a lot of times that's really all you're gonna have to do.
Yeah.
You know, which is going to save that contractor and that homeowner a lot of time and money.
Yeah.
And headaches.
Yeah, perfect. Well, you guys heard it straight from Malarkey theirself. You know, Steve. You guys heard it from them, and this. I'm pretty sold on this product. You didn't have to sell me much because it is an issue that occurs, and it's something as a sales guy and as a contractor I deal with every day. So you'll be seeing a lot more of this Malarkey product installed by us, and especially in the Northland. So, hey, you guys heard it here first. Malarkey. This is why Malarkey is the best product out there. It's not a gimmick. It's not a bunch of malarkey. It truly is the best product on the market. So, with that being said, man, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. So, catch you on the next one.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Ron.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, Steve.
All right.
Yep.